We continue learning Kitzur Yomi. We're in the middle of Perek Vav, and we pick it up from Sif Dalid. Says the Kitzur Tzrichen Lizar, one has to be careful. Shlo levarich chas v'shalim brach levatala ligrum la'atzma levarich bracha shenei tzricha. Brach levatala, note 16 explains, is when you accomplish nothing. Bracha shenei tzricha is when you could have avoided it, but it still has some sheikhs. If you do such, what do you do? Or if you ever say Hashem's name in vain, right after you remember the Hashem's name, you say Baruch Ata Hashem. You realize, Lamdeinu Chukecha. And again, note 17 points out that generally a bracha is Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu Melech Ha'olam. So it's not going to help. It's only if you did Baruch Ata Hashem Lamdeinu Chukecha. That is the pasuk in Tehillim Kuf Yotes Yud Beis. As article pulls up over here, Baruch Ata Hashem Lamdeinu Chukecha. We continue, and then it's going to be considered as if you're learning, and it's not, and then the word of the name of Hashem is not in vain. But let's say you say Baruch Ata Hashem Elokeinu, but you didn't finish Elokeinu. Now this, you gotta be holding. So what do you say right now? Nu. You say va'ad oilam. Say gankin lashon apasuk divrei yamim Baruch Ata Hashem Elokei. Yisrael Avinu Me'olam V'ad Olam. Mikol Makom Yemer Gam Bazeh. If you said this, you should still say Baruch Shem Kavod Machusai Li'olam V'ed. Say Hey Bir Chalam I made a bracha on water. V'sham Sheish Meis V'ashchuna. And before you drink, you hear there's a corpse in the vicinity. V'amin Agulish V'chamayim Shem Shchunas HaMeis. The minhag is you pour out all the water when there's a mace in the area. Mei'ah sakana. Due to the sakana that there is in drinking such waters, if you made the bracha, drink a little bit. Don't worry about the sakana. Why? Because the ma'isa, you're doing what's right. You're facilitating the bracha that you made. You follow the mitzvahs, there will be no harm that befalls you. But once you drink a little bit, then yishvach hashar, pour out the rest. You just want to drink enough for your bracha to be chal. Kol ha-brachos, all brachos, says the Kitzur. As we'll see, if you have a suffix, you do not say it again. Why suffix brachos lahakil? The Kitzur points out, except for benching, as we'll see in Simon Mem Dalit, that's because benching is a daraisa if you are tzeveya. V'achalta v'savata uveirachta. Therefore, if you are tzeveya, it's a daraisa. Therefore, a suffix we would be machmir. Siv zayin chayvad nulvarim chayov take a bracha every day. Mei'ah brachas and fachais. At least 100 brachais. David Melech taken as this came from David Melech. Remez ledavar. And in note 26 they point out that's because people were dying 100 yidden every day. They don't know why. So David Melech was mitaki and say Mei'ah brachas. Remez ledavar. Pasuk in Shmuel Beis. No magever hukal all. All is b'gematria. Ayin lamed is Mei'ah. Where do we find this smach from the Torah? What does Hashem ask you? Kim near us, Hashem only to love Hashem, to fear Hashem. Al tikri ma. What does Hashem ask from you? Ela Mei'ah, that Hashem asks for 100 brachas. Hein Mei'ah brachas. Shein the years Hashem lava Isai, that brings one to fear and love God. And to remember Him constantly through the brachas that we recite. Another Mekar is a clause in Mishnah Torah is 98 in the Varim. Any illness or any blow is 100. Hare Mei'ah. Saves us from those. But just to mention, we just said that the Mei'ah Brachas brings you to Avas Hashem, Yiras Hashem. How? So the simple shot is because if you know what you're saying, every time you say Baruch Atah Hashem, if you're cognizant of that, that's how it's going to bring to Avas Hashem and Yiras Hashem. You're missing of the 100 brachas. So how do you get there? During Chazaras Hashatz, you listen to Chazaras Hashatz, brachas like Herm B'Terem Maftirim, brachas by the Terem Haftarah, V'nach Rem Amein, V'gam brachas Anenim. Also, brachas Anenim, this is the Makar for Shabbos party. You want to make sure you get in your 100 brachas as well as on fast days. Brachas Hareach, you make different brachas on Besamim, etc. Sif Ches says the Kitzur, Kol HaBracha Shalom Shemei Mechaver, if you're a bracha with your friend, K'shemea Oimroi. When you hear your friend say Baruch Atah Hashem, what do you say? Homer Baruch Hu Baruch Shemai. Blessed is He, blessed Hashem's name. Kshegamer Zarach, when he finishes Zarach Leimar, Amein, you finish and you say Amein when you hear someone else saying a bracha. Pirish Amein Hu Emes. What does Amein mean? It's true. V'chaven liba, and you should have in mind, and you say Amein. Emes Hu bracha shebirach mavarech. The bracha he said is true. Vani mamin bezen, I believe in this. Ube bracha sheish b'hem ganki tefila. Bracha that has a tefila kigai b'rach shvan esrei. If you're listening to shvan esrei, menat chaynin and machzor shchinas li'tzion. Those are tefillos as well. We're davening for das, we're davening for refuah shleima, we're davening for Hashem's machzor shchinasai, we should have Mashiach. So when you're saying Amein by Chazaras Hashatz, you're not just saying Amein. This is one of the reasons you have to follow Chazaras Hashatz along. Why? Because when you say Amein, it's Amein to that bracha. Number one, Amesim bracha. The bracha is true. And number two, it's a tefillah. The Amein is a tefillah that what? It should be the will of Hashem that they should be fulfilled quickly. And Rishon Shapinkis points out that perhaps someone's davening for a refuah shleima, and he's davening. Maybe what the tefillah that he needs is the refuah shleima, the rifaenu in Chazaras Hashatz. So that means you listen and you have to say Amein, cognizant of that. Ubekadish inel tefillah liyasid. What's kaddish? We're davening for the future, for Mashiach. Yechavin rakal v'kash yemar David she'amin adav mehira. You have a mind that you want it to come true. And we finish with Sif Tes teaches the Kitzur. If you're standing in a place, you're not allowed to stop. And therefore, how do you say Amein? You're a bracha that you yourself have to fulfill that bracha. In order that you said it yourself. You're listening to the bracha before the Shefer of the Megillah. If we just had this Roshana of the Gabe announces, don't say why, because you have to be Yaitzi. So Shemea Ka'ina is that my ears, when I'm Shemea, it's Ka'ina, it's if I said it. So if I said the bracha on the Shefer, I can't be mafsik, I can't say Baruch Hu Baruch in the middle. It's a hefsik, it's a stoppage in the middle of the bracha, says Dagon Bervava, and therefore we just say Amein. If you're in a place that you can't talk, we'll get there in Simin Yudal Simin Tezayin. What are you supposed to do? We'll get there, B'siyata D'Shmaya, and we'll pick it up from Sif Yud and Mirz Hashem in the next Shiur.